and they get the penalty.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The final shot before break. Williams. To return, Reith Woolen. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Oh, lady.
Here's Darnold.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And it's a fumble.
One of the linebackers has got it.
And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to the defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
We're going to go, lady. We're going to set.
Back to throw, Darnold. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Cooper Kupp,
a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks 7, Bears 0. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
All right, work. Partner, this is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Noah Sewell there to make that play defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In motion goes the tight end.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Trying the left side with Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, guest, I'm thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time.
And this time he is in.
Kenneth Walker.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A big play here. 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, 58 yards. And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the give here, Charbonnet. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys have to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Walker with another carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. A give for Walker running right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Go set. Ready. Yellow 80. Set.
Now Darnold. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bill. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Watch right. What is it?
Throwing is Williams. Gets this to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence.